Guess what brings me here today? I mean, there is nothing, absolutely nothing that I want to talk about, but I want to capture three thoughts that have crossed my mind since morning, and I love to live them and the beautiful feeling I get. So I want to recapture that. So it was very, very interesting. I was coming out of shower. And suddenly, in my imagination, I asked myself a very stupid question. I call it stupid because I'm used to my weird thinking. So the question was, what it would have been like if my father was around, if he was not gone. So it was like a very interesting thing. I have never questioned myself on those lines, what would have happened, this and that. But it was a kind of a reflection. So the first thought that crossed my mind was a reverence. I mean, just I was like little bit respectful because in our household, fathers are not like friends. Fathers are fathers. You are to respect them, you are to love them, you are to be affectionate, but when they're around, you don't mess around, right? So I was like completely all ears what I had to say. Nothing came out because it would have been very, very instant reaction. So it was a kind of quietness. I dressed up. I boarded my favorite Uber, and we started going towards work. And then, when I am like crossing when I'm transiting, there is an air base. It's a full-fledged air base actually because we are based out of Palam. So Palam was perhaps is a Kent area, a little bit. So I was passing through this air base, and suddenly, usually when I'm transiting, when I'm traveling, I wear my black glasses on. So it's very romantic in the sense you feel so energetic, you feel so one with the commuters, you feel so one with the people, heading to their offices and all that. So it's a vibe. So sometimes it's funny. Some car stops and some executive is there, a handsome one, and I'm like egg glasses on. I'm like full steer. Absolutely fun. But let's come back. So I was like all in my aura, and I looked at the base because the main entrance of the base is very, very large and kind of very tall building, and sentries standing and all that. So before that, there is a kind of fenced area, and suddenly the question came back to my mind. What if my father was around, and what life I would have had? Oh my god, I had an answer there. I immediately thought that Sumita Jetli must have married an army guy. Of course. Of course. And, you know, of course, like that, yeah. It was delicious feeling. I can still let the taste linger on me. So, yeah, I would have married an army officer because, because, you know, because just like that. Okay. So I snapped out of my head and I imagined that, Madam Smita Jetli, standing next, why standing? Sitting next to the chap, driving that jungle area. I had to literally snap myself out of that stupid thought. And then I was like all serious. Black glasses on. And I kept walking. I worked. I think at work I was pretty okay. I was like bargaining few things with PR chaps. I think I did a, I don't know. I was doing something. And then I reached office, and the first thing that caught my attention was this article doing round about Vikram Seth. Now again, given a choice between talking about my father, talking about anybody else, I am like all focused on Vikram Seth. He is perhaps my crush. Was or is, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. So I read about him, and I'm very emotional. I'm very emotional about this one writer. Why? Because I love the way he thinks. I love the way he crafts. And by the way, I also know that writing is just not about cutting, chopping the words and fixing them in alignments. Writer lives a life. Writer feels the pain. Writer goes into solitude. Writer imagines. Writer intensifies in imagination. And it will take years, ages, who knows how much time to get it right, to get it going. So, when I look at Vikram, it's not just about words. For me, he's an experience. I have been following him since Justice Laila Seth was there. I had affection for her. I had affection for Vikram. I still have affection for Vikram. Just that now it is love. A full blown affair, or what? Am I stupid or mad? But I'm just talking. It's nothing to do with that. So, poetic, yes. And one thing I never understood was that he is one of those writers who simply walked away from the limelight. They had their share of ups and downs, scandals when he withdrew his what is it, royalty, writing a suitable girl. नहीं यार एक बार ही होता है. It's not like every time you write a suitable boy. विक्रम को सोचना चाहिए था. The poems. Why I love Vikram? There is one more reason. He has written some poems around bureaucrats. And again, bureaucrats are my all-time favorite crush. So yeah. I felt happy just thinking about him. And then I felt happy. The fine memories my father invokes in me. You know, there is some sadness always there. The vacuums people leave. And it's not just me, or it's not just you. It's like that only. So the beautiful part is creativity, The beautiful part is keep living. And the beautiful part is keep falling in love like me. CIO, and maybe there will be a second video out, perhaps. You know what? I talk as if I'm a big celebrity. Second video out, first video out. Well, it gives me happiness just to share whatever small things, small joys in life I have. Much love, and I take care of you.